Hello, I am Dr. Deepa Kushwah, Assistant Professor, Guest Faculty, Pandit Sundarlal Sharma, Open University, Chhattisgarh, Bilaspur. Dear learners, welcome to video lecture series 4th for BA second semester. Political Science. Paper name is Constitutional Government of India. And today we are going to discuss one of the most important institution in the making of modern India, the Constituent Assembly of India. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of the country. But have you ever wondered who wrote this constitution and how it was created? The answer lies in the Constituent Assembly, which was responsible for drafting and adopting the Constitution of India. The Constituent Assembly represented the aspirations, values, and democratic ideals of the Indian people. It brought together leaders, scholars, lawyers, and representatives from different regions, religions, and communities to design the future political structure of independent India. Understanding the Constituent Assembly is essential because it explains how India chose democracy, federalism, secularism, and fundamental rights as the core principles of its constitution. Over the next 20 to 25 minutes, I will guide you through the meaning and formation of the Constitution Assembly, the composition and working of the Assembly, important committees and key personalities involved, the major contribution and significance of the Constituent Assembly in the shaping modern India. Now, Constituent Assembly of India, which played a historic role in framing the constitution of our country. After nearly 2 centuries of British rule, India was on the path of independence. But independence alone was not enough. The country needed a written constitution to define the structure of government, the rights of citizens, and the principles of governance. For this purpose, the idea of a Constituent Assembly was proposed. The demand for a Constituent Assembly was first strongly put forward by M.N. Roy in 1934. Later, the Indian National Congress officially demanded it in 1935. Finally, the British government accepted the proposal in 1946 through the Cabinet Mission Plan. Opening between 1946 and 1950, this assembly drafted the constitution that governs the world's largest democracy. This was not merely a drafting exercise, it was the making of a nation. In today's lecture, we will examine the historical background, the cabinet mission plan, composition and election, key committees, role of major leaders, constitutional borrowings, deliberative process, criticism and defense, legacy and significance. So, let us begin the first chapter of historical background. The idea of a constituent assembly did not emerge suddenly in 1934. M.N. Roy first proposed that Indians should frame their own constitution. In 1935, the Indian National Congress officially adopted this demand. Then, in 1940, the British government acknowledged the demand in the August offer. Finally, the proposal took concrete shape under the Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946. The Cabinet Mission Plan proposed the formation of a Constituent Assembly. Members were to be indirectly elected by provincial legislative assemblies. Why indirect election? Because universal adult franchise had not yet been introduced. The British saw this as a practical mechanism for transferring power. Thus, the Cabinet Mission Plan became the constitutional bridge between colonial rule and independence. Composition of the Assembly. Originally, the Assembly had 389 members, 292 from British provinces, 93 for princely states, 4 from chief commissioners provinces. After the partition of India in 1947, the strength reduced on 299 members. Despite this disruption, the assembly continued its work with determination. Election method: members were elected indirectly through proportional representation with single transferable vote. Seats were divided among they are general, Muslim, Sikh. This reflected the communal electorate system of colonial India. Through pragmatic, it later attracted criticism regarding representation. Then second chapter is first session. The first meeting of Constituent Assembly was held on 9th December 1946 in New Delhi. Temporary chairman was Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. The All India Muslim League boycotted the session, demanding a separate assembly for Pakistan. Still, 210 members attended. This marked the beginning of India's constitutional journey. Permanent leadership: on 11th December 1946, Rajendra Prasad was elected as a president of the assembly. He later became the first president of India. H.C. Mukherjee became vice president. Their leadership ensured orderly and dignified proceedings. The objective resolution: on 13th December 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru moved the objective resolution. It declared India to be independent, sovereign, democratic republic. It affirmed that power flows from the people. Adopted on 22nd January 1947, it later became the philosophical basis of the preamble. Next chapter 3: committee system. The assembly formed several committees to manage the massive task. Important committees including: first one is drafting committee chaired by Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, Union Powers Committee chaired by Jawaharlal Nehru. Other one is Provincial Constitutional Committee chaired by Vallabhbhai Patel. Advisory Committee on Fundamental Rights chaired by Sardar Patel. This committee system ensured specialization and efficiency. The drafting committee formed on 29th August 1947. Chairman was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Ambedkar converted assembly decisions into precise constitutional language. He is rightly called the father of the Indian Constitution. His emphasis was on social justice, fundamental rights, constitutional morality, protection of minorities. Then, borrowed features: the Indian constitutional borrowed from various countries, from the United Kingdom, parliamentary system, rule of law, from the United States, fundamental rights, judicial review, independency of judiciary, from Ireland, directive principles, from Canada, federal system with strong center, from Australia, concurrent list, from Germany, emergency provisions, from South Africa, amendment procedure. These borrowings were carefully adapted to Indian constitutions. Next, working of the assembly. The assembly worked for 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. It held 11 sessions. It spent 166 days in debate. The debate were detailed, open and democratic. Every clause was discussed thoroughly. Impact of partition. The partition of India in August 1947 was traumatic. Members from Pakistan withdrew. Strength reduced from 389 to 299. Despite communal violence and displacement, the assembly continued its work. This demonstrates its commitment and resilience. Adoption of the constitution. Final reading began on 14th November 1949. The Constitution was adopted on 26th November 1949. It came into force on 26 January 1950. 26 November is celebrated as a constitutional day. 26 January is celebrated as a Republic Day. Next, women members. 15 women were members of the assembly. Prominent among them Sarojini Naidu, Hansa Mehta, Durgabai Deshmukh, Rajkumari Amrit Kaur. They contributed significantly to gender equality and social reform provisions. Next, criticism. The assembly faced criticism. No universal adult franchisee, Congress dominance, limited representation of marginalized groups, lawyer dominated body. These concerns raise valid academic questions. Defense of the assembly. However, universal franchises was logistically impossible at that time. Congress was a broad coalition of ideologies. Debate were open and transparent. The Constitution has endured for over 75 years. The durability of the Constitution is the strongest defense. Next, legacy and significance. The Constitution originally had 395 articles, 22 parts, and 8 schedules. It is the world's lengthiest written constitution. It established India as a sovereign democratic republic. It shrined justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. The Constituent Assembly transformed colonial subjects into sovereign citizens. Conclusion. Let me conclude with a powerful reflection by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. We are going to make a constitution which will be a gift to ourselves. The Constituent Assembly was not perfect, but it was visionary. It combined scholarship, debate, compromise, and national commitment. Its work remains the foundation of Indian democracy. Further studies, suggested books are for English medium learners. First one is the Indian Constitution, Cornerstone of a Nation, written by Grenville Austin. Second one is Introduction to the Constitution of India, written by D.D. Basu. Then Indian Polity, written by M. Lakshmikant. Other one is Our Constitution, Subhash C. Kashyap. For Hindi medium learners are भारत का संविधान एक परिचय डी बसु, भारतीय राज्य व्यवस्था एम लक्ष्मीकांत जी के द्वारा लिखी गई है। हमारा संविधान सुभाष कश्यप। ये दे आर सजेस्टेड बुक्स फॉर फर्दर रीडिंग्स। थैंक यू। नमस्कार।